Hi, everyone. This is the Insider's Guide to SEMrush, and I'm Krista Tidman. And thank you again for joining me. This is my second episode, and we're going to be showcasing the PPC Keyword Tool and the Ads Builder. But before we get into that, I always like to highlight any new features or updates in the tool that I think are pretty cool. And also we're constantly updating, so we want to keep everyone, up to date and knowledgeable about the software. And the one different update that I wanted to highlight today is an update in the social media poster. So something that's new that we just deployed is that we will show you so you're just for the Facebook page in your social media poster, what time is the best to post. So before you're about to publish any of your Facebook posts online, you will see, and let me show you the screenshot. Okay, great. So what this is showing you right now is basically when you're about to post anything on Facebook, you know exactly when are your fans online, as well as what is the best time, because that's a huge indicator. When you want to post on social media, you need to understand what is the best time. You want to get that traffic, and you want to make sure that your fans are online. So I wanted to show this. We're not going to go over this tool today, but we will in the next couple weeks, don't worry. But this is just a new update I wanted to let everyone know about. So let's begin with our PPC Keyword Tool. And now I'm going to, all right, hi. So now we're going to go to our PPC Keyword Tool, and let's go back into SEMrush. Okay. Awesome. So what we are looking at here is in the project section. So I started a project focusing on Kohl's, and inside of the project, here is our PPC Keyword Tool. And the reason why I wanted to go through this is because a lot of our users forget that SEMrush has paid search, different tools that will help you out with optimizing, organizing, and making it a lot stress-free in general. And that's what it will do for our PPC specialists, helping you manage those campaigns, making it stress-free. And as we all know, there are so many common mistakes that PPC marketers can make. And those top three are bidding on keywords that are too competitive, failing to add negative keywords, and also just being too broad with your targeting. So that is what the PPC Keyword Tool will help you avoid. So when I begin, I'm going to start my Kohl's campaign for my PPC Keyword Tool. And when you're going to first begin this, you're going to decide how you want to import those keywords. So we have a lot of different choices, always with SEMrush. You can manually upload the keywords, upload them from a file that you already have, directly from your Adwords editor, or you could simply use the keywords from SEMrush that we already have, which is great. And those keyword reports are coming from your phrase match, related keywords report, domain report, organically and paid, and also even Google related questions, which that is new. So for this example, since we're focusing on Kohl's, I was thinking, why not focus on women's shoes? I was looking around for some new shoes. I got a lot of Kohl's cash, so I need to figure out what different shoe I want to buy lately. New year, new me, that workout phase is happening. So for the first example, I'm going to choose Nike women's running shoes. And let's see what 20 we get. Okay, those look pretty good. Cheap running shoes. I guess that's 5.5, or I don't have 5 point. I'll take out that one. These look good. I don't think I could ever get free Nikes. That'd be pretty cool if Nike's watching. Okay, so I'm gonna add those in there. And if I want to add more keywords to this list, you simply just delete the previous word you inserted, and it tells me there's 15 up top here. So you always know what number you're at. I also wanted to add shoes for women, because not only sneakers does Kohl's sell, I bet they sell all different types of shoes, flats, heels, Sperry's, tennis shoes, whatever, because I feel like people would type that in as well. And the last keyword group I wanted to add in is some type of sale. Because if I'm working for a department store in their marketing department, I want to know what's going on online with my sales that I'm running, the different campaigns, and if they're actually, running that traffic and if they are being targeted, and if it's something I could eventually actually use in my AdWords campaigns. So I'm going to do shoe sales. So just type in shoe sales, add, and we can go down and see what we added. So all different types of shoe sales here. I can always edit and delete them like so with that X right there. And I'll keep all those keywords. They look good. Okay, so now after I added in the keywords I wanted to maintain and manage, I can choose my location. So I'm going to choose the United States, the national level. You can choose region or city. However, it's still going to be the national level when we're collecting the data. It's not going to be local level. The reason why we even give you the specification to take it down to that level is because when you upload this and you want to export it, it will show that you chose a local level. So that will be collected in that data. However, it's not going to have the same data, on the local level. It'll still be national. So now I started my campaign. And as soon as you dive in here, it's going to give you a little bit more detail about what the PPC Keyword Tool does. And you can actually start your little tutorial right here, and it kind of guides you through. So very helpful. SEMrush always has, different areas to help you out with learning more about us, as well as, helpful resources. So that's always up top here. So now all of my keywords are inside. So they're on the right-hand side all together. And it's letting me know that this is the default campaign, the one I just made. So when I first dive in, after I uploaded my keywords, now I really want to determine what are those ad groups going to be inside of my campaign. So for me, since I'm focusing on shoes for women, I'm going to specify them in 3 different ad groups today. So I'm going to do shoe sales as one, and I'm going to do Nike, a lot of Nike shoes. And then I'm going to change this one. Oh, it's the default. Then I'm going to change this one to shoes for women. Okay, so now all 3 are in there. My default campaign, I'm going to name that because it's the overall campaign of what I'm running. So I'm going to put in women's shoes. Oh, and it's spelled wrong. Fun. Some people like to spell shoes that way. I don't, so just kidding. Okay, all right, all set up. So now we have everything inside, and now we can determine where I want to distribute those different keywords in my ad groups. And now I can filter them. But before I even start filtering, we are going to make it a lot easier on your end. And we can go up here to the right-hand side and remove duplicates. So before I even start distributing those keywords, I want to get rid of the duplicates and clean it out. So I'm going to hit that, and it's going to ask me if I would like to remove my duplicates by any order or a strict word order. So it's honestly, it's the own, PPC specialists, it's their own judgment call, what they want to rank by and what they want to keep track of. But for me, for this example, I want to get rid of any order, not just the strict one word order. So after I choose that and I select all of them, I'm going to remove selected. So now it tells me how many duplicates were removed from my list. And I can finally start moving over and selecting, even by actions, the different keywords in those ad groups. So very simply, you can select the keywords you want. So I'm going to filter them by Nike because I have a section for Nike and I want to specify all of them inside of that ad group. So I'm going to take all the keywords that include Nike and select them at the top. And I could move them right here with the actions as well, move to group, or you could simply drag and click. So now they're all in there. So that's really cool. I like that option. A lot of people don't know you can do that. So you can always drag and click, or you could use the Actions tab. Now that I've separated Nike, I'm going to decide all the sales keywords in my default campaign, go back to it, and filter it by sales. I just do sale. So all those include sale, taking them, plugging them in, and also, okay, so they're all in there, all the sales. Oh, okay, good. So now going back, the rest that I have out is just shoes for women. So now I can take all of those keywords, shoes for women, and transfer them right there. Perfect. So now everything is where I want it, and they're all together in those different ad groups and specified by what I wanted, to keep track of them and to make it easier for me to manage. So now that I set that up, easily, SEMrush added an area that gives you recommendations off the bat just to fix and to remove. So by clicking on that, it lets me know for my campaign right now for women's shoes, I have some cross-group negatives, and I could remove empty groups that are involved in the campaign. So I'll first click on cross-group negatives, and it's telling me that they found 2 negative keywords in one campaign. So I definitely want to add that in. So now that I did that, I can remove any empty groups. So remove the empty one for me. And I will go back to all my keywords and go through and filter each one, and making sure that, if there are any recommendations at the top, everything is filled out correctly and taken care of. So it seems like everything is good. Now that I set that all up and it is sorted out the way I want in my PPC Keyword Tool, I can understand and monitor and just keep track and make it a lot stress-free for me to know the volume, the CPC, as well as the competition density. Every day I can go back in here and make sure, is it very competitive, that keyword, this group, this campaign, would I like to rank for it? Should I start bidding for it? And besides just looking at the ranking distributions, the CPC also allows you to change it to, any other type of, USD, Euro, any type of, different kind of CPC that you'd like, as well as it's just uploading, but it will tell you shortly, what is the volume and cost per click. And that competitive density will always be the same throughout the tool. So it's just letting you know how competitive is that keyword from a 0 to 1. And 1 is the highest amount of competition. So it's showing you that in AdWords, because that's where all of our paid search data is coming from, just Google. And it's letting you know with the 1 that it's very competitive. It's just uploading and taking some time. But yes, so now that I finished this, I also can show you, I have the same one, but I just had it from yesterday. So once it does upload, this is what it will look like. So letting you know that average cost per click and that competitive density. So keeping track of all of that. Very nice and organized. So now that all of this is set up for me, you have your choice of always adding in more keywords if you want. You can manually upload them again from SEMrush. Even your position tracking tool, you can upload keywords, which is great because those are the ones that you're monitoring and they're the ones that you're very concerned with. So why not add them in here, because you could rank for them in paid search and keep track of that. And also, the last portion is just, if you'd like, you can always export that data very easily, and you can specify it by whatever campaigns you have started. And if you want the keywords and the negative keywords, you could also specify that. So very helpful, and something that I see a lot of users overlook. So the PPC campaign, the PPC Keyword Tool, same thing, very useful to use. You want to definitely utilize this. And the second portion today, because we're doing 2 tools that I think go hand in hand, is the ad builder. So the ad builder is brand new, a couple months old. I still think that's brand new for SEMrush because we're constantly adding more tools, which is great for the user. So we finally have an area in the projects that you can edit and publish and figure out not only what you want to have for a text ad or display, but also you can research your competitors at the same time and see what they're using, what keywords that are triggering their ads to pop up. So you know exactly what is going on. So for this example, it was still Kohl's. So why not choose Macy's? In the first section in the ad builder, you can research, depending on text or display ads, what you want to focus on. So here, we're showing you all the ads right now going on Google, just solely, for Macy's.com. And we can look at all those keywords that trigger those ads to pop up. So that is a lot, just 8,590 keywords. But yes, you can go through all of them. Fun. Mattresses, I couldn't even think of 3,000 keywords, but who knows, Also, same with display. So it just looks like this. You can hover over the ads, time seen, last seen, how many days it's been running. Pretty cool. And when I want to begin my actual campaign and my ad that I want to create inside SEMrush, this is where it begins. So I decide if I want to do display or text. And the cool thing about the ads builder is that we already import from the PPC Keyword Tool the campaigns you started. So it makes it a lot easier for you if you already set it up previous. You can see where you want to target and also where you want to begin in the different campaigns. So very helpful. So for the first one, I will just start a new campaign for women's shoes. You can upload the file again, or you can start it manually. And this is what it will look like when I want to start that new ad. Really nice, easy to use. And here's the fun part, when I can add in my competitors. And guess what we can do? We can take that little plus sign button and it will add it as a template to the new ad that I'm starting now, this form. So it makes it a lot easier on my part when I'm figuring out new ads that I want to start. Besides starting from scratch, I can literally see what my competitors are doing, but also just taking their template and simply deleting when it's their name, sprucing it up, editing it a little bit. So it makes it so much easier on your end as a PPC specialist and making that day-to-day, a little bit easier for you. And also, we want to be there for you, your best friend, SEMrush, or Krista Tidman. So that is the ad builder and the PPC Keyword Tool. So the display side looks the same as well. Very nice. And just more about the tool. Okay, so I'm going to go back into the PPC Keyword Tool, and I see that we have some questions. One moment. Okay, hi guys. So I see that we have some questions, and the first one, someone asked, are there any tools in SEMrush that integrate with the PPC Keyword Tool? And yes. So the first one that we went over is the ads builder. So the ads builder will directly, like I showed you, plug in those different campaigns that you started previous. So if you did start your PPC campaign before, you'll definitely see those campaigns inside. So it'll be very easy to see. And the second tool that integrates with the PPC Keyword Tool, a lot of tools, is the Keyword Magic tool. And that would be inside the Keyword Analyzer, inside the PPC Keyword Tool. And I can show you that because I am kind of obsessed. I really like our Keyword Magic tool. And I think that our users sometimes overlook the Keyword Magic tool just because people forget that it's even there in the Keyword Analytics section. So for an example, I could type in iPhone 8 and now it's giving me all of those keywords over here in the subtopics, showing me, what else is out there that's related, broad match, long tail keywords, and say I want to add them. And this is where the keyword analyzer comes into play. Now I can show you where you can simply send them to your PPC keyword tool. So now that I went inside to the keyword analyzer, I can send them right there. So very helpful. And you can also send your keywords to the position tracking tool from this tool. So even more helpful on that end. Now I'm going to go back. Okay. Okay. And the next question was inside. It says, how will I know in the PPC keyword tool if it's a very competitive keyword, and how will I know off the bat? So that COM is the competitive density, and it will tell you if it's a ranking distribution is higher or lower. So it's 0 to 1, how it's ranking, and 1 is the highest amount of competition. So that's how it'll let you know, and 1 would be very competitive. Okay. And the next question says, so someone said, hello, how about creating single keyword ad groups? Let me go back in. Okay. So inside, it gives you the option when you are importing, if you want to import by just single keyword ad groups. So you would simply just type it in here, or you could upload a file as well, depending on what you want. And also creating groups, one keyword, one group, that makes it even easier on your end. So once you select that in the grouping option, it just sets it aside for you. So very easy, very simple, and it's right there when you're uploading the keywords. And it gives you the option for manually, by a file, or your position tracking tool, any way of importing. So right there, very helpful. Okay. Love this PPC keyword tool. Very nice and helpful on that end. Okay. So great question. Someone asked can they submit the ads directly to their AdWords account? So good question. So you cannot connect directly to your AdWords account. However, it's very easy to export the data. So that's something that's very nice with SEMrush. I know that we can't directly integrate or send it directly to it, but once you export the data and upload the Excel to your AdWords and then AdSense account, it directly formats inside. So it's a lot easier, and it's already formatted for you. You just have to export it on your own end. But it's very nice that we do have that. Okay. And someone just asked in, hello, hey guys, thanks for attending. They want to know, I want to know which ad copy of my competitor is the best performing for a particular keyword. Okay, good idea. This would be in another section of SEMrush. Okay. So when you want to know what is the best performing ad that they're currently running for a keyword, what I would do is I would go into the domain analytics up top here and just type in, let's say, Macy's. So now it's going to give me all the options of what I want to look at. So down here, it's showing me the overview. So I just want to see the paid search. So I'm going to go to advertising research. And I'm going to go down to ad copies, because that is the ad that I want to look at for the domain. And you choose what database, of course, you want to look at. And from the ad copies list, we're showing you the keywords in descending order. So by, obviously what has the most keywords that are triggering that ad copy to pop up. So you can display and see all of those different keywords involved. So that is how you will know. However, you can also add advanced filters. So if you want to specify it by the ad title or ad copy to include or exclude it, because I doubt anyone wants to go through 50,000 ad copies on their own and scroll through, you can always filter it out. As well as you can go back to the advertising research and go into the positions report and type in at the top the keyword that you're concerned with, that you want to know. Is it outperforming? Is it working for them? Or you could select by any of the ranking distributions, like the traffic percentage, because that's going to let you know the share amount of traffic driven to the website from the keyword. So it does make sense, that ad is driving the most traffic to their website currently. So it is a lot of their brand terms. And then finally, Michael Kors. So you can always see what is the ad, what is the keyword. So there's many different ways in SEMrush you could figure out and investigate what are your competitors using and what is driving them the most traffic. What are those keywords? We love that competitive insight here. And why not take advantage of it? Because we're here for you. SEMrush is always there, like your new best friend. So I'm going to end this one today, guys. This was great. Thank you so much for attending. On the next Insider's Guide that we're going to go over is going to focus on the on-page SEO checker. So opposite of paid search, yeah, we're going to optimize, guys. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited. And thank you so much, and have a great rest of your Tuesday.